12 of the top BMX riders on Earth, but only one will leave on top of the podium. Are you ready?
What's up, FISE family, and welcome back to the Pearl of Asia, Shanghai. My name is Egon, and I'm being joined this weekend by my good friend Dustin Oram because we're getting ready for the first event on live stream, which is going to be the UCI BMX Freestyle Park World Cup in the men's elite class. This is going to be the semifinals. Yesterday, we wrapped up qualification, and we boiled it down to the 24 best riders coming up in a couple of minutes. Dustin.
Let's go. What a blessing to be here.
How have you been lately?
Dude, been doing awesome. God has been so good. Just been enjoying the blessing and just so stoked to get here. It was crazy travels, and now we are here getting to watch this all unfold. Qualifying was wild yesterday, and excited to see the semifinals go down.
Yeah, and it's been a wild couple of weeks as well. I mean, 2 weeks ago, I wrapped up the European Continental Championships where Dylan Hesse took the win by storm. I mean, any events you attended to?
I didn't get to attend, but I've been following all the different things that have been going on, watching what the guys are posting on Instagram and all the different social media outlets, and it has been a crazy couple of months, everything that's been happening.
And still a crazy couple of weeks coming up. We have the World Championships in 3 weeks' time. Then we still have another World Cup, which we're going to tease at the end of this broadcast. Also, in the last couple of weeks and months, a lot of national championships.
Yeah, a lot of national championships and everything going on. I know Rim took the national championships for Japan. Yeah. And then what else did we have going on?
Croatia, Marin Rantes took another national jersey. Then Gustavo Balaloka took the one for Brazil.
Yep.
And we have massive talents on the starting list today. We have Olympians, an Olympic champion, national champions, continental champions, and just in general, World Cup winners as well. So these are the most decorated riders that you're gonna see, 24 of them.
Yeah. And it's been crazy with the weather. Weather has been a little bit wild with everything, and practices getting delayed and different things, but looks like we're gonna have a little clear skies for the semifinals, so it should be sweet.
I mean,
yeah, Lord willing.
Let's keep praying for that one. The good thing is we already have our results from yesterday's qualification. Because just a little, maybe a little history lesson. Last year, we actually just managed to wrap up the men's qualifications on the final day on Sunday, and it was a wild one. I think let's take a look back at last year. So last year when we were here at the West Bund, we had Nick Bruce taking the bronze back home, Anthony Jean-Jean the silver medal, and then the winner of the first FISE Shanghai, that was from Japan, Rimu Nakamura. So let's take a look at the current conditions here. It's a bit cloudy here in Shanghai on the banks of the river Huangpu, 21 degrees. The wind has been picking up a bit, and as you can see, 80% humidity in the air.
Yeah. Pretty intense weather conditions, but these guys and the women earlier have been holding it down even amidst the weather conditions and cutting through the wind. You see the wind blowing a little bit on the UCI flag right there. But again, these riders able to navigate through it, and they're taking all the precautions that are needed to make sure course is dry and everything's good to go.
Yeah, so let's hope that wind settles down. At least it's a bit cooler than the last few days, because it was scorching here. I was talking with the people that built this park, so the Hurricane Parks crew, and they told me, like, as they were setting up the park, they were getting heat strokes, actually getting ill because it was so hot here. Like, it feels like 40 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
I don't know, what is that in Fahrenheit?
Yeah. 40, it's going to be pretty close to 100 degrees. 100 degrees Fahrenheit, pretty close. I forget my exact ratios, but right around that.
Okay, you're going to feel that exact same heat with what is going to happen here on the course. We can hear our MCs hyping up the Chinese crowd. We have, of course, we have Catfish doing it for the English commentary, and then for the Chinese we have Kane.
Yeah, legend.
Funny guy.
Yeah, legend out here. And again, riders getting a little bit of time to warm up and get everything sorted out on the course to be able to put their runs together in just a moment here. So they're going to keep warming it up, and we're excited to get into it in just a little bit. But it is such a blessing to be here right on the river. Like, this is just such a great venue, and just the whole festival component of this area is so awesome.
Yeah, so let's take a look at what the people from Hurricane Parks built this time. A nice blue and green setup designed by Pascal Moras. We had the track walk on Wednesday where Pascal also had a conversation with all the riders, got their feedback. A lot of feedback on that spine because it is a massive unit. Riders have been calling it the Pyramid of Shanghai. I think it's close to 4 meters. That's about 13 feet, I think. So it got a bit hectic in training. Yeah. Luckily, no one got hurt. No collisions like last year what happened.
Yeah, it's cool, all the elevation change on the course, and it's definitely a course where you got to be high speed to keep your flow around everything, to be able to adjust to the different elevation changes and everything with it. So these riders are gonna have to put in some work. It's gonna be sweet.
A World Cup worthy course. Okay then. So in about a minute, we're gonna check out the competition format with you. We have these new explanation videos for you, so you can actually understand what is going on this course. Because if this is your first time watching a BMX freestyle contest, there's a lot happening at the same time. But we're going to help you a bit with these educational videos.
Be able to understand everything going on. So here we go, let's check it.
BMX Freestyle Park is pure commitment in an XXL skate park. Riders perform in a park designed to maximize possibilities. Ramps, boxes, quarters, spines, fun boxes. Every obstacle is an opportunity to create unique lines. But the secret isn't just throwing down big tricks. It's about using the entire skate park. Judges reward riders who can flow from one obstacle to another, exploit every space, and build a run that's both smooth and creative. Each rider gets 2 runs of 1 minute. Only the best run counts for the final ranking. How are they judged? A panel scores each run based on difficulty. The more technical the trick, the higher the score. Amplitude, height, speed, and power. Creativity and originality. Surprising the crowd with unique style. Flow and use of the park. Linking tricks seamlessly and riding the whole course. Control. Because mastery makes the difference. BMX Freestyle Park is a battle of creativity, technique, and adrenaline, where every second counts.
So we hope that explained this contest to you a bit. Right now on the course, we have visual of the judging panel for this weekend. Some of the finest riders, hundreds of years of BMX experience. So we have from Germany, Marcus Wilke, from the UK, David Cleworth, aka Hank, Dave Dillward from Australia, Axel Jurgens from Argentina, Luka Kovic from Slovenia, and Brian Kaczynski from the USA. So they're up high in their tower. They have the best view on this park.
Yeah, they're able to see everything that's going on, and you just got the breakdown of what they're going to be looking for as these riders get their 60-second runs. But they definitely know what they're doing and have been on it for a long time, so it's awesome to have each of those guys here ready to go.
And it's a challenge. You are going to judge 24 of the best riders, 2 runs. So that's 48 minutes of pure focus.
Yeah. This is a cool overview of the course and really shows you all the different transfers that are available to these riders, and again, the different elevation change.
Okay, so starting off with the first riders of this heat, we will have Lars Kinderman, Sean Gornell, Maxime Chalifour, Kenneth Tensio, Reese De Breo, and Dylan Hesse.
And then followed by them, we will get into Kevin Peraza, Gustavo Oliveira, Marin Rantesh, Arseny Lubinsky, Kikide Ozawa, and Jose Sedano holding it down for Chile.
And then our top riders, the best qualifiers from yesterday: Anthony Jean-Jean, Justin Dowell, Rimu Nakamura, Jose Torres Gil, Nick Bruce, and the leader of the pack, Marcus Christopher. So we might have missed one heat, and that was, yeah, the start list of heat 1. Here we have it. So our first rider of today, who qualified in 24th place, Dean Florian, Irek Rizaev, Kane Mitchell, Tom Clemens, Anar Aliev, and Jacob Thiem.
So again, qualifying was wild yesterday. Definitely a lot going on in qualifying. Some people that we were expecting to maybe get in, not making it in, and then other guys really putting their best foot forward and getting themselves into this semifinal.
Yeah, like I think we have, so Jeffrey Willey, fortunately didn't make not the cut. Jude Jones, Kevin Verbrugge, his chain broke during his run. And the thing is, in these qualifications, both of your rounds will count for that final score.
Yeah.
So if you have even the tiniest slip up, that could mean the end of your weekend.
Yeah, and some uncharacteristic falls from the guys yesterday. But again, the ones that are in, they were putting in work, and they rightfully earned their spot, and it is going to be epic to watch these guys throw it out.
So the riders from the first heat are getting the last bit of warm-up. And then as soon as the floor manager and the judges give their go, it's time for the first rider to hit the course, Dean Florian from Germany.
What a rad overview. Again, that drop. Got the big Euro drops, got the big gaps into those quarter extensions. And that massive, massive spine in the middle.
What's your favorite feature of this park?
I mean, what looks really fun to me is that clear quarter pipe, and then the way you could jump up into the spine off of that. Just a fun little bridge feature that haven't seen that before, and think that's a cool little feature. But again, this course is going to be it's going to be very interesting to watch the riders throw down, as there's not a traditional box jump, and so all the jumps, it's all lip to lip, and so a little bit steeper. So we'll see how the riders adjust and utilize all that. But we're getting to see Dean Florian. Looks like he is ready to go. Holding it down for Germany. He's clear, so here we go. Our first rider getting in the mix. Dean 3, downside whip over that elevated volcano flare bar. Check that out. Look at it, utilizing in through those 2 extended quarters into the massive spine. Yo! Wow. Foot coming off the pedal, but able to adjust. Huge 360 tabletop right there. Let's go, Dean. Tucking that quarter.
Oh! He's back up again.
Still got time on the clock. Again, we got some of the top medical staff, Scott, coming over, checking him out, making sure he's all good.
Like, Scott is a professional in the urban sports healthcare. Pretty much at every UCI BMX Freestyle event, having a chat with Dean, seeing how he's feeling. He's walking it off. Dean, currently ranked 31 in the UCI ranking. Last year, got the 36th spot. You're in Shanghai.
Watch this right here. 3 Super C Indy, and then but he was able to keep his momentum going and adjust, and again, he'll be able to come back, run number 2.
Nice and flat on that tabletop 360.
And right here, this is where things went wrong. 720 bar spin.
Came in a bit short on that extended part of the spine,
which we'll call a case. And so he cased it right there, and that sent him over his bars. So yeah, when a rider comes up short on a feature, we'll call that a case. And so yeah, casing pretty bad right there. But again, being able to bounce back up. And this is going to be crazy. Eric's got an insane start to his run. All the way up at the highest point on the course. The massive vert wall, getting himself in the zone.
Our Our next rider, also a FISE regular, Irek Ridzaev. He's waiting for the wind to simmer down. A very talented spine ramp rider as well, and I think we are seeing raindrops on the lens. So we are getting the notification that the UCI officials will check on the course if it's still safe to ride.
Yeah, a little look at the fans. Look at that. Little guy having a blast out here. And how could you not? Getting to watch some of the top riders in the world. So yeah, again, they're walking around checking all the different ramps. Especially that plexiglass quarter on the top, that can get real slippery.
Yeah.
And then the base plates on all the different ramps.
Yeah, because the painted ramps still have a bit of grip to it, like they have a bit of grit. So the tires can really stick. The thing with plexiglass is like they can really stick as well, but even the tiniest bit, the tiniest drop of water can make you slip out.
Jacob Thiem with his coach Jamie Beswick right there. And then again, there's a look at the crowd. Thankful to have them out here cheering everyone on. And just again, the whole festival atmosphere that we're getting to enjoy out here in Shanghai is awesome. There's so much going on in this West Bund district. The West Bund Dome. All the different courses, all the different vendors.
It's Kane Mitchell saying hi to the people at home. So we were waiting for Irek Ridzaev to drop in, our bronze medalist from last FISE Montpellier spine ramp. And looking back at the results of Irek, like he had a decent year so far as well. So we mentioned just the third place in FISE Montpellier in the spine ramp, which is always so much fun to watch. I think we spent 3 hours in the studio that evening.
It was wild. Absolutely wild.
Yeah, but apart from FISE, also took the silver in the Minavi Japan Cup in Yokosuka. He went to Amsterdam as well to compete at the Soul Cycle Shred the Shack Jam contest. And then he got 6th at the Pannonian Challenge.
And then he's also been doing a lot of coaching out in China as well, which is really cool.
I mean, that has been the trend lately. A lot of riders being picked up by the regional teams to work on let's say, their local talents. And maybe a thing we can refer to, we have no Chinese riders in this FISE Shanghai, excuse me, because next week they have the China Games coming up, which is like, let's say, the Chinese Olympics, where it's a huge honor if you're competing in that one. So hence we are not seeing Sun Zibei, Dong Yawan, for example. But yeah, so the coaches, I think we have Kayo is coaching a regional team, Marin Rantes coaching a regional team, so Irek is coaching a regional team as well. I think Jack Clark's been working with a team too, the 720 club, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's pretty, I mean, it's just cool to see all these guys use the foundation that they have in their own riding to then be able to help others and build up the scene as a whole, and getting some cool opportunities to be able to coach and continue to advance riding around the world. So excited to see the results from the China Games, as I know it is, like you said, highly anticipated for everyone here, and a lot of work has been put in for that. So we do miss having those riders here competing, but hopefully we'll see them in Japan. Again, everything on hold due to the weather.
I think we just heard Zach, well, Catfish, mentioning something in the likes of, we'll get some towels and we'll dry the park. So also we are live all around the world. We have people watching on YouTube, on Eurosport. I think in the US people are watching HBO Max or Discovery. And I've just checked on the chat actually on YouTube, and we have Martin Stupar, a very talented photographer in BMX, saying hi to us, sending sunny weather from Croatia all the way to Shanghai.
Much love.
So we will keep this competition on hold.
Yep, and all the guys just patiently waiting. And this is definitely a difficult aspect for the riders to be ready to go and then have to go on hold, and just the waiting, the adrenaline spikes and coming back down, and just to be able to work through and navigate through all of that is very difficult for the riders. And so definitely feel for them with this competition hold due to the weather.
Yeah, especially since a lot of riders have traveled for hours. Like I think Daniel Dares was in a plane for 24 hours just to get here. So I can imagine the stress that this brings along. I mean, you're well prepared. You've been training for weeks, months. You've checked your bike twice. Like everything is going well. You're well prepared, and then that first raindrops hit the course.
And it's tricky rain that we've been experiencing out here, where it's raining, but it's not downpouring, and so you're always kind of on hold. Like it's not pouring down, so it's not a full shutdown. It's just enough to get the ramps wet to where it's dangerous. The tires can slip. Again, we talked about the plexiglass or the metal base plates on the ramps, and so it's just enough to have to put things on hold. And so it's not canceled. It's just on hold, and you're just waiting for it to dry up just enough to be able to get back in there.
Fingers crossed, everyone. But the good news is the World Cup that we will be having next month will be indoors.
Yeah, which that's going to be awesome. So cool to have the elements not be a factor, and just to be able to be in there and have that epic course to be able to work with for Japan. That's going to be a treat for sure.
Now, there often is a question: why are we not hosting these events indoors? Now, this is a matter of budget as well. I mean, if you want to have your event indoors, that means you're going to need an indoor location. You're going to have to pay the rent for it, all the extras that go with it as well. And then also with these outdoor events, it's like it feels more up close. Let's say, like you practically get to touch your riders. It's more of the festival atmosphere that we're chasing here. So it's always a tricky question.
Yeah.
Like, should we do it indoors or outdoors?
But we will have coming up later, we will have the spine ramp, which is indoors in the West Bund Dome, and that setup is epic.
It's so we actually practically retired the spine ramp from Montpellier. It was the last dance in Montpellier for the spine ramp, but we built a whole new one with new features, totally new, extra features for the judges and for media as well. So looking forward to that one.
Yeah, you're definitely going to want to tune in for that Sunday evening out here, right? So it's going to be crazy. So definitely check that out. The atmosphere in there is going to be wild.
So let's take another look at the course. Still on hold, unfortunately. We see some of the crew with towels trying to clean the ramps.
Yeah, getting the squeegees out.
Now the good news is we already filmed a lot of the action that went down yesterday here at FISE Shanghai, which we're going to show to you guys. So if you want to know what this event is all about, we'll have a look at the replay from our first day. Let's take another look here at the people chiming in as well on YouTube. Lots of love from the Germans apparently for Lars and Dean. Dean, who already wrapped up his first run just before the rain started to hit us. But let's go and see what happened on day one.
Salut à tous, Anthony Gingean, on est ici pour le FISE World Series Shanghai 2025 et je vous laisse checker le récap de la journée.
Everything against me only made me stronger. Gotta take a step back. When you wanna toss it farther, when things get hard, I gotta go hard again.
Day 2 here in Shanghai for the FISE World Series, and it has been absolutely crazy with the men throwing down and qualifying all day. So make sure you tune in for day 3 tomorrow, and I'll see you there.
So that was Natalia Deem hyping everyone up to check in on all the action here at FISE. So that was all the action that happened yesterday, the qualification, where we had our 24 best riders now ready to compete. Unfortunately, as you can see it on the screen, the competition is on hold due to the weather conditions. So what happened is right after Dean Florian's first run, and well, when Irek Rizaev was ready to drop in, the first raindrops hit.
Yeah, having to put it on hold, but some crazy highlights from qualifying. In Jose toothpicking on that extension on the elevated.
Oh, yeah. That's a fun feature as well. I think Dean Florian was ice picking it too.
Yeah, I saw him double pegging it in practice, and then yeah, I think in his runs was able to ice pick it, but so narrow, like just barely a bike width. And so yeah, definitely a technical object to utilize.
Yeah, like as you jump back in from that ice pick, like you really have to like aim back as you hop in. Same thing with the toothpick. Like if your back end is not within, let's say, the 2 feet wide obstacle, then you're done.
Yeah, and pretty much no deck up on top of it, and a pretty high fall as well.
I think even one of the riders mentioned the very shallow deck on that one and said, well, maybe I can over toothpick it or ice pick it, which would be even more insane to pull. So,
and excited to see what these guys got in store. It looks like some guys are starting to roll around a little bit, checking everything out. So hopefully we'll be able to get back into the mix real quick.
Let's see. That's Irek using that drop in to pick up that speed to get on top of the wall. And that's a really high wall as well. A lot of riders using it to drop in, get all that speed to clear the spine, our pyramid of Shanghai.
Yeah, that thing is no joke. And that's where, again, speed is definitely going to be key for this course.
And you're going to need everywhere, especially if you want to get out onto the elevated section. Like, you have to go all in. Just last night I was checking on the training for the women, and I think it was Maka who tried jumping from the quarter pipe onto the spine on top.
So crazy.
Okay, well, it
See if
looks
we're gonna
like
get underway.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's do this.
Our next rider, Irek Rizaev.
Always smiling.
Always smiling. A FISE regular as well. Okay, let's do this. Going for the drop in. Oh, into the pocket. Some extra cranks in. Boom!
Yo.
Front flip no-hander. Tucking the bars into his lap, stretching those hands. There we go. 360 downside, double downside whip actually on the big spine setup. Triple tail whip transfer. Irek is here and he means business. Backflip tail whip halfway the first run for Irek Rizaev. Onto the plexiglass. And you can see it, he was sticking it. It was all dry. We are back on schedule. Double tail whip. Come on, Irek. It's 60 seconds. It's a marathon. Double downside tail whip. Hand planting the wall. 10 last seconds. And don't forget, both wheels have to be underground. Ooh! Doing it mid-school. Dropping in 270.
Let's go, Irek, getting back in the mix. Again, so difficult to go on weather delay and then be the first rider back in, having to adjust to everything and make it happen, and then Irek getting it going right there. That triple whip transfer from the volcano to the spine, that was awesome. But let's check out some of these highlights. Massive bomb drop to start things off into that pocket UCI quarter.
And then some extra cranks to pull that front flip no-hander.
360 double downside tail whip right there, locking in on the pedals, which is important. The judges are looking for how clean you catch the bike, and he went straight to pedals right there. And then there is that triple whip transfer. And then utilizing that bridge straight into a double tail whip. That was a solid run for Eric. Score coming in 61 even. We're going to take it over to Great Britain's Kane Mitchell. He's got some crazy lines, and excited to see him throw down right here.
And crazy pants as well.
Yes. And here we go. Kane is in. Backflip bar spin on that elevated volcano. Tuck down the Euro drop. Out of the top of the vert wall right there. Kane coming into the massive spine. 3 triple bar T-bog to tabletop. Kane coming back across the course. Huge flare transfer. Yes, Kane. He is on it right now. 360 double tail whip. Jumping back up into that elevated portion. Truck driver. Yo, one hand, one foot, trying to get a little steezy. Double tail whip, flare, tuck, no hander. Into the plexiglass quarter, across the bridge. Bar spin, 10 seconds left for Kane. Backflip, tail whip, hanging on to it, bar spin, and that is the buzzer. Kane hanging on all the way to the end. He is stoked. He is stoked to be able to pull that run off right there. Let's check out some of these replays.
And as you can hear on the background, the people of Shanghai are loving it. They get really vocal as you see all this madness unfold. Look at that huge flare transfer. With the, I think it's leopard pants that he has on. Yesterday it was zebra pants, because this man is an animal. Great job so far by Kane Mitchell. You know, he's known for pulling double backflips as well, so let's hope he pulls one maybe in the next round. And there he is on a stationary bike, keeping the legs warm, having a chat with Greg Illingworth, Team GB coach. And in the background, that's Declan Brooks walking up to him. Solid team of coaches with Team GB.
And that score bumping him to the top of the list right there.
So unfortunately, Tom Clements will not ride. I'm not sure what happened. We will find out later. So we are going straight to Anar Aliev. Okay, Anar. One of the lesser known riders in the FISE scene, but we love a surprise.
Yeah, he threw down in qualifying and got himself a spot in the semifinals, and he is ready to rock and roll.
Okay, now 1 minute for Anar Aliev. Getting up on that, up into the extension, dropping in full speed for the spine. Starting off with that backflip bar spin. Getting up high on that wall, picking up the speed again. Double tail whip transfer. Yes, the Superman seat grab, the Indian style. Oh, 540 flare. If you have these in your pocket, you have a really good chance to make it into the finals. Flare tail whip, combination of that flare and tail whip. 720. I like what I see so far, but still 15 seconds for Anar Aliev. Picking up that speed. 360 double tail whip. Ooh. Really good execution. Everything under control.
He is hyped right there, getting the full pull. That last 360 double whip was like stalling it out so slow, and then last second pulled it in.
Yeah.
Anar getting some stoke from the crew. It's awesome. Again, the whole BMX culture is a massive community and just looking out for each other and stoked on each other's riding. Right here, we're going to check out some of the highlights from Anar's run. Huge double tail whip from that volcano to the massive spine. 540 flare.
And also for Anar, this is his first time making it into the semi-finals. Just missed out in Montpellier, ranking in 26.
Again, he's been putting in work to get himself into the mix, and score coming in, 73.4, putting him into that top spot.
Getting a quick massage. And next up, doing it for Team USA, Jacob Thiem.
Very stoked to have him out here.
And a really good season so far. Took the win in Munich for Munich MASH.
And has such an epic style, so diverse in everything that he can do. And right here, he is in. Let's go. 360 triple bar spin into a flare whip. Let's go, Jacob. He is on it right now. Transferring up into the elevated portion. Huge 360 tuck no-hander. Pushing across that transfer. Huge backflip bar spin. Yes, Jacob. Finding his flow, finding his rhythm. Flare bar spin off of the Spalding quarter into the vert wall. Look at this speed. Yo, massive 180 bar spin. Utilizing that free coaster right there. Yes, Jacob. 360 and back in. Huge tuck no-hander. Big downside tail whip on the UCI quarter. 10 seconds left. Transferring up into that subway extension. Yo, 450 into that plexiglass quarter. And that is time. Let's go, Jacob.
And as Catfish said, that is a full pull. First rider in this semi-final to pull a fakie trick.
Yeah, I really like him utilizing the free coaster. And again, that's where that diversity of style comes in for him.
Let's see, it was a triple.
Yeah.
So catching the ball, so throwing the bars, catching the bars, throwing them again, catching it again, and then throwing it a third time.
Proper 360 tuck no-hander right there. Backflip, bar spin at height.
I'm gonna call it.
Nice flare bar spin. 180 bar spin. And so what he did was a fakie. Now a fakie is when you perform a trick while rolling backwards.
And then he has a free coaster instead of a cassette. A cassette you have to pedal to go backwards, where a free coaster disengages the pause and he's able to coast backwards freely without having to pedal, aka free coaster. And his score coming in 64.4. And I know he's got a few things he's going to want to clean up on that. Be able to come back and run number 2. So with that, we're going to go back to the start for run number 2 for Dean Florian, holding it down for Germany. And he wants to get a clean run right here. Let's go, Dean. Getting in the mix, 360 downside tail whip, flare bar. Come on, Dean. Finding his flow. There we go, getting that clean this time around. 360 Superman C grab. Huge 3 table right there, locking it in, proper form. Transferring those elevated quarters with a tuck no-hander. 360 tail whip, come on. Let's go, 540 flare. Let's go, Dean. Bar spin off of the bridge. Transferring into the super elevated portion, down the Euro gap. Where's he gonna go with all this speed? Whoa! Dude.
Jumping to flat, hitting the elevated part of the course. Oh, unfortunately, that was not within the time limit, but still, foot jam, tail whip.
Yeah. And you can see he was in disbelief that he somehow got out of that 360 downside tail whip.
It looked as if he was standing on his top tube.
Yeah.
I hope we have a good slow-mo of that one. Let's see, that was a 360 Superman C grab, and then kicking the legs in the Indian style.
Proper 3 table right there, folding that thing over.
I didn't touch the ground though.
You hear the audio from him. He didn't touch the ground. Somehow he kept himself.
There we have it. So he kicks it.
That was crazy.
Lacked just a bit of momentum
Hanging on.
to get him around completely, but luckily, like, used his feet to catch the frame, pull it back in.
Definitely not exactly what he wanted, but he's still stoked to be able to get a run under his belt.
Also, a rider with one of the best-looking 540 flares in the game. It's like when he pulls him, it's with aggression, but the trick itself, it looks like it flows perfectly.
Yeah, he definitely has great style in his approach to tricks and the course just in general.
So we just had some of the UCI officials on course. I saw Bart de Jong from Holland checking out the course because we did see some raindrops on the lens. But it might be Irek's call if he wants to ride or not.
You're patiently waiting. And yeah, you see them trying to dry off that plexiglass that gets insanely slippery with the slightest amount of water. And so really just trying to look out for these riders. Right there, you're seeing it. Even as they're trying to go up just to wipe it down, sliding. Again, trying to keep all the riders as safe as possible. Keep the course in the best condition that we can. Again, you see some of the umbrellas up from the fans.
So if you're hosting a BMX contest, make sure you have enough squeegees. We had this contest in Brussels a couple of months ago, Brussels Urban Sessions, and we have been squeegeeing, drying the course all day. And then Murphy's Law hits, like just as you're done and the park seems dry, it starts raining again. But luckily, at the end of the day, we managed to pull it off.
And that's where it's a blessing. That's why you put in all the work that you do, and you try to do everything that you can.
And don't try to stress too much about it. Like when it happens, it's not under your control.
Yeah.
So, like Irek's taking it easy as well. He's not letting that get into his mind.
Yeah, because again, the weather delay comes at him. He was the one that had to have that for his first run, and here we are again for his second run. Getting put back on hold. But he's always got a massive smile on his face and taking it in stride.
So if you live in a region that is suffering under drought, just get Irek in. He'll make it rain. And so on the top right screen, you can see the backdrop of this event. So we are at the Westbund, which is one of the newer city parts here in Shanghai. And actually this whole, the whole Westbund used to be the old airport, the Longhua airport of Shanghai.
It's crazy. It's so cool how they're utilizing this space, and each year getting to come back. It's wild. All the new buildings, the whole scenery, just to even be able to get around the city. It's so friendly to be able to ride around the city and be able to enjoy right on the river and everything too, and just the view that it has of downtown area. Really, really cool area.
So we got a question here, people getting involved in the chat, asking us which tricks are we most excited to see in this semifinal. If I would have to pick one, I mean, I'm from an era where like I was more into mid-school riding, so what I really want to see is people using their pegs on the wall or on the extensions, such like I could do with like an ice pick. And if we're more into, let's say, this age of riding, I really love seeing Nick Bruce's 360 backflip no-handers, also known as the air traffic control invented by Dave Mirra.
Yeah. That one is definitely a treat to watch, and he does that trick so good.
Anything you want to see, Dustin?
I'm excited to see the different extension features utilized. That plexiglass, the bridge, and then that quarter, the skinny quarter on top of that elevated volcano, and just kind of see what gets utilized, as well as some of the different transfers. I like all the transfer options that this course has, and just excited to see what the guys throw down on those.
Oh, we have
a couple
some
transfer options that I've heard about that we'll see if they end up going down, and just some of the different tricks that want to be put into those as well. So yeah, I'm very excited to see that. That's a good question.
Yeah, maybe some fakey tricks, because Jacob was the first one to do it, and it reminds me of Munich Mash last summer. I was doing commentating, and in the last seconds, like, he drops back in, and they had this like fun jump box set up, and like he was on his way to the podium, but maybe not exactly first place, and then he pulled a 540 to fakie, and even the landing, like, pulled it perfectly, like landed in the perfect straight line, did the perfect rollout of that fakie, took the win.
Yeah, Jacob is so good with that.
So unfortunately, we're having a weather delay here in Shanghai. We just wrapped up a couple of runs already, so every rider from the first heat had their first run. We had Dean Florian pull his second run. Irek Rizaev was getting ready to perform his second run, but like in his first run, it started raining right at the start. So yeah, we will have to wait for a couple of minutes.
Tricky circumstances.
Yeah, we're having some rain showers here, so that means we have to dry the course, make sure that everything is dry. Now, the good thing is we already had some action happening, and I already had a bit of fun here in Shanghai. So I'm going to show you guys what shenanigans I was up to.
Let's check it out.
What's up, FISE family? It's day one here at FISE Shanghai. All the athletes are getting their practice in. Now it's time for us to discover what else is going on here in Shanghai. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest at this FISE Shanghai. We have a skating dog. A skating dog. Hi, Mom. Bang, bang, bang. Free gun, free gun, free gun. Do it yourself name tag. Got it. Can you read it? Looks good, right? Well, like when the sun's out. Can we get this one in the merchandise stand next year? I think it's gonna be a big hit. I feel like Derek from Zoolander. You can get the clothes, but you can't get the style. You wanna drink anything? Yeah? All right. Let me handle it. You know, I actually used to work in a cafe. I know this stuff. And there's your espresso. There you go. Oh, look, you could actually print your own tank tops. Is it my size? I'm a big boy. Is it 3XL? I'll make it work. Good, right? Another souvenir from Shanghai.
Look at all the fun prizes you can win.
You know, it's all about tactics when you're playing with the claw machine. It's easy to grab, but not too far away from the slot. Come on, don't let me down. Yeah! Come on! Come on! Yeah! And you say it was hard, right? See, tactics, engineering. And you're all thinking, the mascot suit, it's not happening again. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it anymore. I need the fastest pair of glasses for all the action I'm gonna see this weekend. Oh, come on. I'm locked in. Thank you, everyone. Tschüss. Ice cream, anyone? Tschüss. Walking around makes me hungry. So you can see it, the riders are getting ready for all the actions gonna unfold this weekend. Make sure to stay tuned in on all the socials.
Dude, you were having so much fun cruising around this whole venue and just partaking in all the vendors and everything going on. I love the cuts in the video and the little comments. But yeah, I want the proof of the barista skills, holding it down in the coffee shop right there.
I think we can do it again after this stream. I think if we just go up to them and ask them like, hey, can I do it again? I mean, it's not so hard making espressos.
Yeah. I mean, and you got to get back in the mascot suit.
You know how hot it was last year? Like I think I practically died afterwards. Like I took it off last year, like I was drenched in sweat.
Having too much fun with all the different things. So, dude, you almost went down on that Oakley Indo board.
Oh yeah, that's a fun one to do as well. But like when you get the hang of it, like you find like your natural balance point, and I think I could stick it like for 5 more minutes if I wanted to. Like we were running out of recording time.
Holding it down, having fun out there. And what did you win in the claw machine?
It was you know Vision brand, the old school skate brand.
Yeah.
They had these lanyards.
Yeah.
So I got one of those. But the thing is, like when we got up to the claw machine, the social media team told me like, yeah, like it's super hard. Like you're not gonna win anything. I think. Second try.
Let's go on it.
Dude, like I have these claw skills. I mean, it's all in. Like you gotta do like. You gotta eyeball it a bit at first, and then engineer it, and then find something pretty close to the slot, and then you just go for it.
I mean, the results spoke for themselves right there. You're holding it down, having fun.
Hey, I got a good Vision lanyard now. And like tons of other stuff here from all our good sponsors here in
all the souvenirs.
Here in Shanghai. Yeah. Also, a quick little shout out to our partners that we have here. We have Bright Dairy and Food. We have Yuzu and Freegun making all of this actually happen here at Westbund. So let's see. So we are still on hold because of the weather. And I think the rain intensified in the last couple of minutes. We see no more riders on the park. Also, the crowd has decided to go elsewhere, somewhere drier. So we will hold on for just a couple minutes more, see what is up, and wait for the next updates.
Yeah, see if we can hear what the course is looking like. Definitely seems like a lot of the area has cleared out pretty good. As yeah, again, when that video was playing, the rain did intensify out there.
Okay, let's have a look at the action from heat number 1. Starting off with Dean Florian, first rider, and look how he barely caught the frame in time on that 360 downside tail whip.
That was crazy. And right here, 3 tabletop proper form. Look it up in the dictionary, and that's what you're going to see.
The flatter, the better. Kane Mitchell in his signature animal pants.
T-bog to tabletop combo. And then charging across the course for this flare. That's a big flare transfer, and it steps back, and so having to get the right pull, push ratio to get yourself into that landing is wild, and Kane doing it perfectly right there.
That was Anar Aliev.
The flare whip.
And Jacob or 50. And then riding up the spine bridge, one of the unique features here on the Hurricane Parks.
And right here, utilizing that free coaster.
And then the 360 dropping back in. That's a fun little drop in. Also yesterday in qualification, it was the Colombian gorilla Juan Caicedo who tried front flipping.
So crazy.
It is. I mean, like it's like a pretty wide gap, and the thing is, with front flips, like you barely hop, like you're barely getting any like altitude in.
Yeah, and he was right there. Probably another 6 inches forward, and he would have had it because he had the rotation coming around, but hanging up or casing on that the bank going in and just getting sent over the bars. But what a trick to try to throw down on that. I really, man, would love to see that again. But we'll see what these guys got in store once we get this weather cleared up and get things back underway. But right now, currently still on hold due to the rain. You see the drops on the camera.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to wait and see, but that is not up to us. That will be up to the UCI officials. Let's see what they will have to say about this.
Oh. Again, it was awesome seeing those highlights from the first heat of riders and what they were able to throw down, and just getting a taste of what we're going to see throughout the rest of this competition. But it's just so cool, again, the freestyle component of BMX and seeing how each rider, the approach that they bring to the course. Again, we see Jacob utilizing the 180 up that Euro gap, to then some big transfers, the drop-in that Eric's doing up on top of the massive vert wall and then pocketing into that UCI quarter off the top of that is a crazy way to get your run started.
Yeah, it was 5 riders, but 5 totally different styles.
Yeah. So we're going to get to continue to see the different styles once we get, again, the course cleared up and get the thumbs up from everybody to get the riders back underway. Right now, you still see the drops hitting the lens, which tells us that the rain is still coming down.
Still waiting for updates from the contest organization. So we will have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, talking about all the styles, I mean, we have 24 riders, totally different styles. Some more with a technical approach, others with, let's say, the big and burly approach, so big gaps, big transfers.
Yeah. And it's cool, this course allows for all those riders to shine in their own right and everything. And then I always love the paint on it as well. Fun seeing that mural on the back of that Spalding quarter along the vert wall. So some fun stuff with that. And then, yeah, it's cool seeing different with that plexiglass quarter up on top of the Yazoo box. So a lot of different components to this course for these riders to use. And man, we just want this rain to clear up.
Did you already went to visit the city of Shanghai?
I did not go into the downtown area yet. No, have you?
I've done it last year and this year as well for the city branding video that we did. So we took Gustavo Balaloca and Eduardo Bourdignon. We took them on a little tour, showed them some of the the fun spots here in Shanghai. It was a lot of fun to do again.
That's awesome. What's something that was a highlight in that?
Come again?
A highlight. What was one of the things that was really stood out to you?
We got to visit the soccer stadium, football stadium of
really?
Shanghai. Yeah, it's immense because just a couple of days before they had this music concert, they had 80,000 people to watch concerts.
What?
Yeah.
That had to be wild.
Yeah, and so we walked around and we started daydreaming, you're in that stadium, you're like, hey, what if we would have a contest in this stadium?
We'll fill it up for World Cup, Freestyle BMX World Cup. That'd be, that would be awesome.
I mean, actually, okay, so let's have a look at our city. Another look at the park. Unfortunately, the raindrops are still falling. Maybe some riders have already packed up, went inside the big dome.
Yeah, again, you see the wind blowing on the UCI flag. Hopefully it can blow the clouds out of here and be able to get everything dried off as quick as we can. And still see people walking around on the course a little bit up on that elevated portion.
Now, if we're talking about the weather, next month it's World Championships in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So I really hope we're gonna have better weather. I mean, it's like pretty much in the desert, so it's gonna be warm and dry.
Yeah. So we'll see, but yeah, right here again, all these riders patiently waiting as we seek to get this course cleared up and get things back underway. Again, we're going to have everyone look at the weather radars, try and see what we can do to get our best idea of when we can get a start time back in motion for these riders. But again, don't want to do it too quick. We want to make sure that the conditions are safe and everyone's going to be able to ride to their fullest and safest in that. So again, we're just going to continue to patiently wait and navigate through this weather hold.
And people at home watching, they're waiting as well. So now might be the time to head to the toilet and get a snack. And we're still getting a lot of love from the chat. We even have Alec Dan Ludi watching.
Yeah, much love. Big shout out from Oz right there.
Okay, now, good news is earlier this week we had better weather, and that's when I took our good friends Gustavo and Eduarda into town. So let's go and check out what happened on our city tour.
Excited to see what y'all got into.
What's up, FISE family? Nongho Sange. You know we had to come back. After what happened here last year, there was no question.
Shanghai had us hooked. The crowd, the energy, the city itself. It's one of those places that doesn't just host FISE, it feels FISE. FISE has earned its place here along the Huangpu River. This is the main artery for the city, and the city flows along with it. The old ferries, new skylines, all following the same current. Sports are in this city's DNA, and you can really feel it here in Shanghai Stadium. Football, music concerts, it's where competition meets community. And for us at FISE, we have that exact same goal, put urban sports into the bigger spotlight.
So yeah, that's the ultimate goal, getting all the urban sports into the bigger spotlight. If you just tuned in, we're still at FISE Shanghai in the semifinals for this BMX Freestyle Park World Cup. Unfortunately, as you can see on the screen, it has been raining. Now, we just got the update in from the people from the UCI. We will get a next update at hopefully at about 4. So we will be taking let's say half an hour break. So this is the time to get yourself a snack or a drink, and we will be back in 30 minutes. What's up, FISE family, and welcome back to FISE Shanghai. Unfortunately, I'll be the bringer of bad news, which is the fact that the contest of today, the semifinals, will be postponed to tomorrow, and that means these semifinals will actually be the finals for this weekend for this UCI BMX Freestyle World Cup. So, Dustin, fortunately, we will see each other again tomorrow. I do have some good news. We do have the skateboarding spine ramp plant later on tonight, which you can also watch all around the world. So Dustin, I hope to see you in the Dome later on. And then also tomorrow, we still have BMX spine ramp, which is also going to be indoors. But thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Dustin, for sticking around. And I hope to see you all again.